Hi YouTube. I had a lot of fun making my casseroles yesterday, and I decided to do a little video shoot. And I thought, why don't I show some of the other things that I've been working on. These are my flirt mugs, and student Kyle named them flirt mugs, and I loved the name. It's called a flirt mug because the top looks like a flower and the bottom has a skirt on it. So, hence the name flirt. And one of the things I'm pretty happy about is the repetition of form that I have. I've got that 5-petaled sakura kind of inspired design, but on the inside, if you notice, I do some pinching, so there's that element repeated. And then also on the foot ring, I repeat that design. And so they're thrown and altered, and after I throw them and they're leather hard, I like to carve out some of this texture to suggest maybe the leaves around the flower. These are with a clay called 811 clay, and over here I've got a clay that's a very dark red clay called Navajo wheel clay. Here's another 3-part casserole that I made, and I haven't put the fleur-de-lis leaf-like handles or slipped it yet. And here's the one I did yesterday with the handles and the slip. And what I didn't show on camera was I did do a little extra slip design up top, pardon all the noise here, on the lid, just to repeat that design. I think repetition is really an important element or principle of design, and I like to do that as much as I can to show the intentionality of the pot. Here's what the lid looks like. Nice deep lid gallery, and this rim here kind of floats the lid up a little bit and also gives it a place so when I'm glazing I have a very clear break in the form. So it makes it easier to keep this glaze free. I do fire the lids and the bodies of the pots together in case of warpage. So yeah, that's the 3-part casserole. The bottom part is thrown like a large dish, and then the middle part, this section here, from here to here is thrown in a section and then added afterwards, and then the lid is thrown upside down, and then I throw a little knob on top. Alright, so for today's video I thought I'd share just a little bit about what is going on in the studio. I'm trying to get a little better about uploading videos. I feel totally guilty about not putting up videos, so here we go. Trying to make up for it. Am I in the frame? Okay, cool. I've got a handle here that I've been letting dry a bit. I'm going to cut the handle downwards at an angle here. See that? And downwards at an angle so that I can attach it and it will be kind of curved up. This is a little bit of that 811 slip that I made last night or yesterday in my blender. I just took a bunch of the trimmings from making the casseroles and the mugs, and what I did was when they were all dry, I threw them in a blender and with some water, and I made some slip. And if I was doing it really well, I'd probably sieve the slip too through a really fine mesh sieve, but I didn't do that this time. So there is some grit in the slip. These little bottles are awesome. You can get them at like the 99-cent store or Daiso if you have a Daiso near where you live. Daiso's like my favorite store, one of my favorite stores. It's like the 99-cent store, but it's all Japanesey stuff. Alright, so can you see that? Am I in frame? Cool. So I'm going to push from both sides, from the inside and the outside. Really smush that on nice and strong. Now look where this is going to attach. I generally do not like the top of the handle to be higher than the rim of the lip of the pot in general. So I'm going to try and avoid that. The reason being, if you want to dry your piece upside down, you can't. It will just be, it'll rest on the handle, so I don't want that. Alright. So I'm looking at that profile. That looks like it's sticking out just maybe a little bit more than I want. That's okay. Yeah. Now it's time to attach. Put a little slip right here. I have one of my students asked me one time that whether it's more important to score first and then slip, or slip first and then score. I don't know. I don't think it matters really. Sometimes you'll have potters who will go to bat though about the most smallest details. I don't know. If you have a strong opinion about that and you're watching, let me know in the comment section below what you think about that. I don't have a very strong opinion about that. Okay, I'm gonna push that on. Okay. When you attach a handle, this space between your hand and the pot should be minimal, and it should be as close as possible without touching. And this negative space inside of the handle, I always think is the most important part. I consider that the focal point of the entire mug. It's what my eye always goes to first. So I'm going to work on this handle a little bit more. I might add a little coil right here, and I'll take a wet paintbrush and I will kind of smooth out any of the little crumblies and things like that. So anyways, that's putting a handle on a flirt mug a little bit in the first part, and a little bit of a look at my studio. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, I will upload some more videos for you soon. Thanks. Peace.